You know what's terrifying? One day, you will wake up and realize you became the type of man you used to feel sorry for. Not broke, not homeless, not destroyed, just empty, average, but disconnected from yourself. You still function, still go to work, still answer messages, still laugh sometimes. But internally, something in you has been dying for years, quietly, and nobody notices. Because modern men have mastered the art of looking alive while mentally disappearing. You feel it at night, when the distractions finally stop, when the scrolling ends, when the room goes dark, when there's nothing left to drown out your thoughts. That's when the truth gets louder. You are not becoming who you were supposed to be, and deep down, you know it. You feel it in small moments. When you avoid mirrors too long, when your alarm goes off, and your first instinct is escape, when your body feels heavier than it should, when you keep saying, next week, tomorrow, soon, while your life keeps moving without you. Read that again. Your life is moving without you. That should disturb you, because most men think destruction looks dramatic. It doesn't. Destruction is subtle now. It looks like 8 hours of screen time, unfinished goals, constant exhaustion, numb routines, fake productivity, cheap dopamine. You wake up tired because your mind never truly rests. You consume all day and create nothing. You distract yourself from your own potential, then wonder why you feel empty. This is why so many men secretly hate themselves now. Not because they are incapable, because they know they are living beneath who they could be. There's a version of you that you keep disappointing, a stronger version, a disciplined version, a dangerous version. And every day you avoid discomfort. You drift further away from him. That's the uncomfortable truth. Comfort is not harmless. Comfort rewires men. It makes you tolerate things you once promised yourself you would never accept. Weak habits, weak standards, weak discipline, weak routines. At first, you notice it. Then, eventually, you normalize it. That's when the decay becomes dangerous. Because now your self-destruction feels familiar. You start calling avoidance rest. You start calling fear overthinking. You start calling procrastination preparation. But it's not preparation. You are hiding. Most people are. Hiding from rejection, from failure, from responsibility. Hiding from the painful reality that they wasted years becoming comfortable instead of capable. And modern life makes this easy. You can spend an entire decade overstimulated and still call it living. That should scare you, because time does not care about your intentions, only your repetitions. And repetition becomes identity, not motivation, not inspiration. Identity. The man you become is built through what you repeatedly tolerate. Look at your routines honestly, not emotionally. Honestly, your routines are exposing your future. The late nights, the inconsistency, the distractions, the endless consumption, the promises you keep breaking to yourself. That is not random behavior. That is identity construction. You are training yourself every day, either toward strength or toward weakness. There is no neutral. And the worst part? Your brain adapts frighteningly fast. Human beings can normalize almost anything, even misery, even loneliness, even self-hatred, even a life they secretly know they were meant to outgrow. You feel it every time you see someone disciplined, every time you see someone focused, Every time you see someone living with intensity, something inside you reacts. Not jealousy, recognition. Because part of you remembers who you were supposed to become. But memory alone changes nothing. This is where most men destroy themselves. Not because they fail, because they avoid. Avoiding difficult conversations. Avoiding commitment. Avoiding the gym. Avoiding responsibility. Avoiding risk. Avoiding discipline. Avoidance becomes lifestyle. Then lifestyle becomes identity. Then identity becomes destiny. And suddenly, years disappear. You look around at your life, confused how you ended up here. But the answer was never hidden. You escaped discomfort for too long. That's all. Every avoided challenge taught your brain the same lesson. I cannot handle pressure. So now pressure controls you. You hesitate more, overthink more, doubt yourself more, not because you were born weak, because you practiced weakness daily. And practice always becomes pattern. This is why confidence feels impossible for so many men now. Because confidence is not built by motivational videos. Confidence is built through evidence. Evidence that you can trust yourself. Right now, many men don't trust themselves anymore because they know how often they quit, how often they delay, how often they betray their own standards. That creates internal shame. And shame changes the way a man walks through life. You become quieter, smaller, more passive. You stop speaking with certainty. Stop taking risks. Stop trying fully. Because somewhere along the way, you lost your relationship with your own word. That is where masculine collapse begins. Not outside, inside. When your mind no longer believes your promises. Listen carefully. The strongest men are not always the most talented. They are the men who stop negotiating with themselves. That's it. They stopped asking, "Do I feel motivated?" and started asking, "What must be done?" That shift changes everything. Because feelings are unstable. Purpose is not. There will be mornings you feel nothing. No motivation. No confidence. No energy. Move anyway. There will be nights you question everything. Continue anyway. Because discipline is not about punishment. It is about rebuilding authority over your own mind. Every hard thing you voluntarily choose restores a piece of your self-respect. That matters more than people realize. A man with self-respect moves differently, speaks differently, handles pressure differently. He no longer needs constant validation because he trusts himself again. And trust changes a man. You can see it in his eyes, his posture, his decisions, his standards, because he finally stopped abandoning himself. Most men never reach this point. They stay trapped in cycles. Consume, escape, regret, repeat, consume, escape, regret, repeat, for years, maybe forever, and eventually, they become ghosts, not physically, spiritually, alive on the outside, absent internally, existing, without truly living. You see them everywhere now. Men who gave up without admitting it. Men who settled emotionally. Men who buried ambition beneath comfort. Men who became spectators in their own lives. Do not become one of them. Stop running to distraction every time life feels uncomfortable. Because distraction is expensive. It costs men their future. And every year you stay asleep, the man you could have been fades a little more. You feel him sometimes, late at night, during moments of honesty. That voice telling you, this isn't who we were supposed to become. Listen to that voice. Most people silence it. That is why they stay stuck forever. But if you keep ignoring it, eventually it disappears. And when that voice disappears, so does the possibility of becoming more. That is the real tragedy. Not failure, not rejection, not struggle. The real tragedy is adapting to a life that no longer challenges you. A life that slowly drains your ambition, your discipline, your edge, your identity. Until one day, you look in the mirror and realize the man you could have been is gone. Not because life took him from you, because you abandoned him. One distraction at a time, one excuse at a time, one weak decision at a time. But listen carefully. If you can still feel this message, he is not fully gone yet. That frustration you feel? Good. That discomfort? Good. That internal tension? Good. Because dead men feel nothing. The fact that this still hurts means something inside you is still fighting to survive. So stop waiting to become motivated. Stop waiting to become fearless. Stop waiting for clarity. Your new life begins the moment you stop negotiating with weakness. The moment you stop escaping yourself. The moment you decide that temporary discomfort is no longer more frightening than permanent regret. Because time is moving. Your life is moving. And the man you could have been is either waiting for you or disappearing forever.